Hey, I think I'm live, y'all. I'm not sure. I'm looking at the chat stuff, I think. Let's see. Okay. Hey, I think I'm live. Oh, hey, y'all. I decided to start trying the live feature on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm trying to see where am I even looking. Thank you so much, Leon. I hope I'm saying your name right. Good morning. Oh my goodness, this is so weird. Hey, Katie. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Jasmine. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I wanted to try out live and stuff like that, especially because, okay, I'll call you Keisha. Especially because I haven't been posting videos. Jamel's been needing my Mac for work. So, I haven't been able to edit anything. I have like 3 videos to edit, y'all. But he has his own computer, but what he needed was for a Mac computer, and so he's been using it a lot. And so I'm just like, let me do something. Hey, y'all. Oh, from South Africa. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine somebody watching me in South Africa. It's like insane. All right. So I just want to pop in and just talk to you all and chat. Maybe you all could ask me some questions and stuff like that. I just want to converse with my supporters. And I might be a little awkward right now because this is very different. I don't have Facebook anymore, so I'm not used to going live anymore. But we know we all can talk about questions and stuff like that. Do I have any kids? Yeah, I have 4. Um, Katie and Carson, they're at school right now, and then Kenny and Kinsley are sleeping. Your video taught me how to do the silk press. Still watch it. Oh yes, I did a silk press on my hair probably about 3 weeks ago, and I did not record it, but it came out so good. But it was in that time I just needed to just hurry up and do my hair, and I did not have time to record. And my hair grew so much since that last video. It's like crazy. But I might do one a natural hair update soon. But yeah, a lot of people find me through my hair videos. I have a boyfriend. Well, it's good. All right, so let's see some little updates on me. I've been doing very well, especially with Jamel being self-employed now. So it hasn't been too crazy because he can help me so much. But they're in school and stuff like that. So I'm able to focus on Kenny and Kinsley, and then Kenny goes to school 2 days a week. So that helps me as well. And it was really hard to make that jump for Kenny, even Katie and Carson, because you all know I was homeschooling. But one thing that I learned as a mom is that I have to let go sometimes and stop trying to control every aspect of my life, because that's when I'll go crazy, start having anxiety, start getting stressed, instead of just really believing in God and believing that He has control over all things. So when I think I'm controlling every little thing, I'm not. And once you have trust in the Lord and trust that He will protect your children, protect you, protect their minds, and allow Him to guide you to places that they need to go. Because I pray for the school that they're at now. I pray for God to send me a school that felt good in my spirit, to give me the wisdom and discernment to find a school and stuff like that. So once I did that, I had trust that God would protect them. I can protect them from everything. And I have had so much more peace as a mother when I finally let go of some things that I just can't, the fact that I just can't do everything. So let me see. I'm trying to see y'all chats. They won't stay up. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Let me go back and look at you all's comments. I have a 3-year-old with type 1 diabetes and 9 months pregnant. I'm feeling overwhelmed. How do I get this baby out? I can't go one more week. Oh man, so sorry to hear that, Kimberly. So I don't, I encourage labor to naturally start, but I know you're probably working with a doctor right now, so I just suggest taking their ideas, but I'm not well informed about things like that, so I don't feel comfortable giving advice about stuff I'm not comfortable with. But I'm praying for you. I'll make sure I write your name down so I can pray for you and stuff like that. Let me see. Okay. But let me look at the other comments. Let's see. What do you think about making YouTube videos because I can't get my family on board to support me? Okay, Bree, what do you mean by your family? Is it like your immediate family, like your husband or spouse or your children, or is it outside family, like mom, dad, sister, cousin, brother? Because me, I don't even look outside of my immediate family a lot, because if I did, I would be a mess. um with my husband, when I first started YouTube, he just didn't want to be in my videos. He's like, yeah, that's your thing. Don't even include me much. But the more I started to do it on my own spare time, he got comfortable with it. He seen why I did it and stuff like that. I would say pray about it, because one thing you don't want to do is create chaos and all types of stuff in your household, unless it's something that I feel like God's telling you to do and God is putting on your heart to do. But definitely pray about that. But I would say for outside people, people got all types of opinions about our family and our, how many kids we have and stuff like that. And so if I consume myself with everything that people did outside of my immediate family, I would just be a mess. So I just do what's best for my family. I started YouTube very nonchalantly as a hobby, so it wasn't a big deal about like income and stuff. That stuff just gradually happened. But I think that if you want to start YouTube, just start it just to have fun and do stuff like that. But definitely, if it's on your heart, it's on your spirit, and you think it's something that could actually benefit your family, talk to your spouse, talk to your husband, your significant other, and just try to come up with a plan. All right, let's see. Just wanted to say God bless you and your family. Oh, thanks so much. OMG, I can relate to you so much. Letting go of control. Yes, Katie. Girl, I was going crazy trying to control every aspect of our life. Every aspect. Okay, Katie said, am I still doing the codependency video? Yes, I said that I'm going to do that video, and I'm going to try to be as laid back as possible in that video, because once I get consumed with all the details, I'm going to not do it. So, I don't know if you all know about codependency, and this is something that I realize I'm dealing with right now, that I've been dealing with my whole life, but that I'm seeing it more so in my life now and coming to revelations about it. So if you don't know what codependency is when you depend on other things to kind of validate you. So for instance, you look to relationships to make you feel good, to love. So you notice that you never single. Like me, I was rarely ever single. And if I was, I would naturally just get into a relationship. I'm like, why can't I just sit still and be single? But it's like, always found myself in some type of relationship. And so that's one symptom or sign that you're codependent, is that you can never really be on your own. You can never really be by yourself. It's always you have to be in some type of loving relationship, whether it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, or things like that. Another thing is you consume yourself with everybody else. So me, I consume myself with my children and my husband and my household to the point that I get burnt out because I'm not focusing on me and who's gonna help me. So I was realizing as I was a mother and a wife and that I'm very codependent, and I let other people validate me and show me that I'm of value instead of valuing myself, instead of loving myself. Once you realize that you don't truly love yourself, you can it's kind of weird. It was weird to me when I was like, what do you mean I don't love myself? What do you mean I don't appreciate myself or value myself? But when I looked at codependency, and not to get super personal, I can't love myself. I really can't. The stuff that I was allowing, the stuff that I was doing. So, it's something that's very, very eye opening, and I'm on a journey to self love. I'm actually doing this series called Self Discovery by the Summers Ministry, and that's really, really helping me to learn how to love myself spiritually and stuff like that. So that's just a little bit about it. I think I'm just gonna have some little notes that I want to go off of in the video because I'm all over the place right now. And let me know if any of you all think you're codependent, um, because I just like to be honest about stuff. Let's see. I started one. It's hard to record, edit, and find ideas from Steph's life. Just do videos of about stuff that you want to do, that you like to watch. So any videos that you like to watch, obviously they bring you some type of joy and some type of helpful information. So try to do videos that you like to watch. um, So I'm going for a VBAC in July. I'm so happy you got your VBAC 3C. Such inspiration. Thank you, Cassandra. That was like one of the most, oh my goodness. I can't wait to get more in detail about the journey I went through to get my VBAC. It took a lot of work to prepare for that. It was thought I heard something. It took more emotional and mental work than anything, because once I seen that physically I could do it, I got an ultrasounds and stuff like that to see my placenta placement, because you know that the more C-sections you have, the increased risk you are for placenta issues that won't even allow you to have a vaginal birth. But once I got clear that all my past births were looked at to see if I could even physically do this, once everything went through, it's like, okay, now it's up to you now. And so that's when the real work began. Because I got the ultrasound at 20 weeks, and they're like, okay, everything looks good for a VBAC. And I'm like, oh my goodness, now the real work starts. So I had a lot of trauma with my first birth that allowed a lot of things to just not work out with the ones after that. I had a lot of trust in the medical system, y'all. A lot of trust. And this was another symptom of codependency that I found out. I trusted the doctors so much that I would even go against what I felt, go against what I knew, because I depended on them more than I could value my own opinion about my own body and my own children. That was another something that I found out about codependency. And once I realized that the only person that's going to truly, truly fight for me and love me and do the best for me is myself, that's when a lot of things start to get revealed to me. But I had a lot of trauma with my first birth, with what the medical team kind of put me and my child through. And so it was creating trauma. Every time I went to the hospital, my body kept triggering to this isn't safe, this isn't safe, this isn't safe. So I had to literally get down to the root of those issues. And I feel like doctors and all that, they have their place. They're there for emergencies, they're there to help you make decisions. But once I feel like the medical system has basically told us that we don't have a choice at all, you gonna do this regardless of what you think, what you feel. I don't want to hear nothing you have to say. That's when I feel like it became a problem, especially with childbirth, especially with something so beautiful, so connecting, that women, we can't even follow any intuition that God's given us as women because of everyone telling us what to do. We can't even have the room to even feel the intuition that we have. That's why I said I had to get off of social media like Facebook. I'm on Instagram from time to time, and YouTube I look up like things that help me. But when somebody's telling you what to do, what's bad, what's good, what, you can't even think for yourself anymore. And I told y'all, it got to the point that even Facebook, people were telling people not to swaddle babies. I'm like, what do you mean don't swaddle a baby? They were saying it was bad, it was evil, that you shouldn't have a baby's arm strapped down. I'm like, what do you... In my own mind, I think the baby been in my womb, this tight womb, and it wants to feel that same security. What is like? It's just stuff like that. All these debates: vaccinating, not vaccinating, circumcising, not circumcising, piercing ears, not piercing ears. Like, it's just too much. It creates too much stress around being a mother. Being a mother is supposed to be peace. It's not going to be easy, but it's peace knowing that I know what's best for my child. Yes, I will hear your advice. Yes, I will listen. But at the end of the day, I know what's best for my child. But when we feel like everybody else knows what's best for our children as opposed to us, that's when mothering is going to get very, very stressful. It's not supposed to be like that. Even the concept of social media and all the information is not normal. Remember back in the day, you had to actually go look at a newspaper to look at the news, or turn on the news to see news, or to go talk to your friends to see what they're talking about, or call them on the phone. Now we have people just spilling out all their feelings, all their emotions, putting up all these news things, good, bad, sad, and we're just getting it in the matter of minutes. Our brains, it hasn't evolved yet to deal with all of that constant stimulation and information. So when you take a break from social media, you will notice how much calmer you are, how much more you get done, and how much you can actually be in your thoughts and feelings. So I can make a whole video about that. So yes, so let me see. I don't even remember what the question was. Goodness gracious, y'all could tell I ain't been on here long because I get to talking. Let's see. Oh, it started from a VBAC. Hey, Katria. Let's see. Katie says that's why I barely been posting. Girl, like, I will get so caught up in stuff, and when I be looking at my videos, even some of my most popular videos, they're always the ones that I just did off of a whim and didn't even plan. Remember to eat cucumber. Yes, hydrating foods are really good. What's your new daily cleanup routine now that your husband works from home? Now that he works from home, I mainly just clean I try to clean during the day. So my husband does a block of work in the morning, a block of work in the evening, a block of work at night, and then in between those blocks, he's able to help me with the kids, go pick them up and stuff like that. So I have a lot more, not a lot more, but more time to clean, as opposed to only when the kids nap or only when they're in the bed at night. So, but he mainly still just works. He leaves the house to work because can't nobody work up in this crazy house. I was thinking about doing basically like a self-employed day in the life, because I was just telling you, like, our life is so different than anything I really see on YouTube now. when I look up day in life of stay-at-home moms, it's mainly the stay like I was, like just a stay-at-home mom. But now he's home and it's like a whole different aspect of a self-employed family. And I think it's something that should be broadcasted a little more because we don't really see it a lot. Jamel and I took the jump to become fully self-employed with straight faith in God. We had the idea in mind. Jamel was doing it like on the side, like as a side hustle while he was doing his full-time job. But we knew that in order to make this for real, he was going to have to make the jump. And we jumped. And it was scary. Oh my goodness, it was so scary. But you all, when I say God has blessed us tremendously for trusting him, like beyond what I could even imagine right now. And I sometimes just want to cry about it because I remember telling my husband, I'm like, look, we should not do this. We need to do this first, this first, this first, this first. And so he's like, but I'm like, you know what, Jamel? I want you to pray about it. Just take some time, hear from God. And if you tell me God told you to do this, I will support you. And so he like, okay. And so he must have came to me like the next day or maybe 2 days later. And he's like, God told me that I need to do this. And I'm like, you know what? All my logical thinking got to go out the window then because God doesn't work with natural things. He works with faith. So I knew that this was a faith decision right now. And oh, man, it literally gives me goosebumps. Like, because in my logical mind, I'm like, I'm pregnant, da 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 da, and God like, yeah, I can do way more than that. With all that stuff you just told me, I could literally throw it in the trash and be like, this is gonna be successful. So, and it worked. And it didn't work at right as soon as we jumped, y'all. It was like when we jumped, it was like a transition to now you have to build your business. And whew, that was a good that was very hard. It took a lot of discipline, budgeting. It took a lot. It took a lot. It took a lot. Just know it wasn't easy. But once we got over that hump, man, God is amazing, y'all. God is amazing. And it's crazy that the only reason we came to this revelation that Jamel needed to go self-employed was because of Kinsley. My baby that I conceived from a vasectomy. If that ain't God, y'all, 0.15% chance of my baby being born, of my baby being conceived, with everything we were doing, from going to the follow-up appointment, waiting to see that he was sterile, to me exclusively breastfeeding, to all of it. 0.15% chance of me having a baby. And her being conceived, and then for her to bring us here to self-employment. Oh my goodness, it's just so amazing when you trust God, even when you don't understand. I didn't understand nothing for my pregnancy at first. I'm like, why? I didn't want any more kids. I wanted to enjoy my 3 kids I had. I was all in my right mind. How are we gonna do this? We downsized to fit a family of 5. Now we a family of 6. And we had just moved that month that we moved and downsized, all the way downsized, because we wanted to be minimal. I found out I'm pregnant the next month. I'm like, really? Really? As soon as we move and downsize, I'm pregnant? And you all, the place we have is still works. Like, it's crazy. It works so well for our family. And yes, we're going to have to get a bigger place, but it works right now. Like, oh my goodness. But just trusting God with this pregnancy. Uh-oh, I hear Kenny. Let me see. Uh-oh. Let's see. I'm gonna go get Kenny, you guys. She just woke up from her nap. Kenny. What's wrong? Come here. Shh. If, if she's too cranky, I'm gonna have to get up off of here. Hey. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Say hi. Hi. Why are you crying? Huh? Why are you crying, Kenny? Alright, seems like she's gonna be a little calm, but we'll see. You see our little friends on here? Huh? What's wrong? Alright, let me see. Let me go back to the comments so I can get answered while Kinsley, not Kinsley. Yeah, Kinsley's sleeping. Kenny's being nice to me. Okay. So I've been watching. Oh, I love Ayana. Oh my goodness, I love Ayana. Yes, I can connect with some of y'all so much. Like, I'm like, why can't we all just live like in a little neighborhood community and help each other with our kids and everything? Go hang out and have coffee and talk. Why can't all my subscribers just be in this little community and we all just help each other? Thank you all. So Taylor said, did your children go through separation anxiety? Also, how did you deal with it? None of my kids really went through separation anxiety. I think it has a lot to do with kind of easing them into things. I never had to put them in like a school because I didn't have a choice. I just had the opportunity to just put them in slowly, but they never really had it. Like, I think it's because they only used to be away from me for a little bit of time, and I used to just gradually introduce them to things. Like Kenny, she just started the Mother's Morning Out program, but before then, she was home with me all the way up until she was 15 months, 16 months. So the 2 days that she goes, she like, ooh, I'm ready to go. I'm sick of you. So I think that kind of played a part in it, is that I kind of wait until I feel like they're ready to be away from me. But yeah, I haven't had it that much at all. Um, let's see. Can it? I wish it would just go back to where I was. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. I love doing this, y'all. I might do this more. I agree. When I started following my instincts as a mother, parenting came so much more easily to me. It isn't as stressful anymore. Yes, like I said, please just feel your intuition. Feel it. God gave it to you. I'm a working mom. What type of business is it? So my husband does like some type of business consulting for startup companies. So he's like a a freelancer with that. I don't know the super details. I am so proud of you, Erica, and how far you have come. I'm also a stay-at-home mom, and I have watched you for a while. I have 3 kids, 5 and under. Oh, thank you so much. And I wish I could meet people with as many kids as me that are young. Wow, that's literally the same thing I'm going through right now. It's scary, but it shouldn't be with faith. But I think the building the business part is what's scary. Yes, that's the scariest part. So once you make the jump, you made the jump. Now it's kind of, now you got to figure out everything, and it's stressful. Oh my goodness, it's so stressful. But the reason why it's so stressful is because not a lot of people do it. It's scary. And when something's scary and something is like hard, but you see people that only a few people do it, that's why, because it's hard and it's scary and it takes a lot of faith. Yeah. So, but I just said, you know what? God told us to do this, and I'm gonna have faith. He provided all our needs, and once we got through that phase, He provided even wants at that point, desires, and it's amazing. Um, okay, I think I'm back. Can we see a little mouth? Kenny. Kenny. All right, let's see. Did you guys have to get a bigger vehicle? We are shopping around now. No, we didn't. It's so funny because when I posted that we bought a van all the way back before I got pregnant, one of you all said, "Oh, I see room for one more." And I'm like, "Oh, what they talking about?" It literally was room for one more. So if anybody wants to ride with us, it's not going to happen. It fits us perfectly. So we have the what is it? The Chrysler Town and Country. So yeah, we have a van. Oh, Kenny gonna exit y'all out. Any spiritual or natural books that you can, mothering books that you could recommend other than the Bible? I love, what is that book? Famous in Heaven and at Home. Proverbs 31 Woman. I love that book. It's really involved with journaling and stuff like that. I also like, what is it called? Professionalizing Motherhood. That's a great book. And then The Power of a Positive Mom. Those are some of my go-to books right now about mothering and the spiritual aspect and stuff like that. Kenny, what's wrong? Let's see. Oh, Jamaica. Jamaica said hi, Kenny. Say hi. Jamaica said hi, Kenny. Little tongue. Now, don't exit out, Kenny. If I suddenly get off of here, because Kenny pressed the exit button. All right, so you want to be ready for me to go? Oh, she said, hey, baby. Bree said, hey. Oh, my goodness. She is so funny. But yeah, y'all, so since Kenny's up, oh, let me see. Hi, watching from New Jersey. You're an amazing mom. Telling your story about mother. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. All right, you all. So I'm going to get going because Kenny wants my attention. I just want to pop in since I have not been posting videos a lot. And I'm definitely going to try to go live more because I really loved interacting. Maybe like in the evening or something when I know you all can actually probably watch when the kids are asleep. All right, so thanks so much for tuning in with us. And we'll see you all next time. Bye. Say bye-bye. Too cute.